Good morning, YouTube. It's Old Soldier coming at you again from Robeson County, North Carolina, on a cool, crisp morning. I think fall is starting to sink its teeth in, which I'm kind of happy for. Tired of the hot, humid days. It's one thing in this part of the country, when the summer hits and the humidity picks up, it's just downright miserable. Even in the dry years, when it got so hot in the past, and when I say dry years, I'm talking about the summers that we had that we didn't get a lot of rainfall. See, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, the humidity would still be high. One of the worst places I've ever been for humidity, had to have been Fort Benning, Georgia, when I went to jump school. And anybody that's ever been to Fort Benning, tell you, in the summertime, it's not the place to be. We would fall out for PT in the morning at 5:45. We'd start at 6, but you'd be out there on the rocks at 5:45. And by about 5:55, you were already soaking wet with sweat. You're just standing out there in the humidity. Fort Jackson's another bad place for humidity. That's where I went to basic training. If the humidity don't get you, the fire ants will. Enough about the weather, folks. Enough about the weather. Friends, we need to keep an eye on what's going on as best we can. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you haven't already started getting food supplies gathered, you need to do it now. I'm not trying to say anything to scare anybody. I'm not trying to say anything to, one way or the other on certain things. But what I'm getting at is, time is growing short. The election's getting nearer. And yeah, yesterday and the day before, spoke of the importance of going and voting in person. Right? But this election's volatile. It's probably going to be the most volatile election in U.S. history. I say that to say this, that if Joe Biden and Kamala Harris steal the election, because it's the only way they're going to win, there will be riots and protests because they'll fear they won't be in fear of being prosecuted. Because that administration will let them get away with anything they want in the name of social justice. Their aim is to abolish the U.S. Constitution and replace it with communism. What do you mean by that, old soldier? This is what I mean. In the event the Biden-Harris ticket wins, I'm not saying it will happen, I'm just saying that if it does, my opinion is that Uncle Joe won't last beyond inauguration. Now, if a simple old-minded soldier like me can see that, surely some of them idiots that you know are spouting all this mess can see it too, and open their eyes to the reality that the DNC is now the Communist Party of America, and that they're using Joe Biden as a puppet to get their bigger stooge, Kamala Harris, into power. Now let's flip it. Donald Trump wins again. Riots and protests because they don't like him, and they will do anything to stop him, his policies, and anything that he's trying to do for the country. No, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I've never been a fan of Donald Trump, regardless. I think he's arrogant. However, some of the policies that he was implementing, I agreed with, still do. I firmly believe that he and Vice President Pence support our military and our veterans. I think they're trying to eliminate, or at a minimum reduce, the bureaucracy of the Veterans Administration. But because of this deep state that has been embedded in our government for so long, they've basically been given their signal to act up, act out, to come forward. That they have, and they're fighting it at every step along the way. So, how's this all tying about the foodstuffs? If you haven't been to the store lately, go. You'll see what I mean. Now, food products, right now, no extremely noticeable shortages. However, prices are going up. Building supplies. I don't know about where everybody else is at, but here in the Southeast, especially in North Carolina, lumber prices have almost tripled overnight. I got a phone call from my contractor yesterday. They've given me a price on a new house. With demolition, they're quoting me at $210,000. Why so high? Because when I had that one put out there and went through the mortgage company, the mortgage was for $185,000, and that counted having a driveway done, a well put in, septic system put in. So naturally, when we had the fire and got the insurance check, my mindset was, well, we ought to be able to get the same size house for about, at most, $170,000, counting demolition. But because of the price of building supplies, lumber, and other materials, a lot of these prices have darn near tripled overnight. Why? Either they can't get the materials in, the plants that produce the materials are closed or on reduced staffing. Okay? Just like getting my shore power. One of the holdups was the young man helping me was having to search high and low for the appropriate breaker to go in that box. And when I say that, the box was a Siemens box, and the factory that were making the Siemens breakers, what he was telling me, no, it was Square D on the breakers, but still, that his company's having a hard time getting breakers from several companies because many of them, their plants have closed because of COVID. So there's a snowball effect going on here, folks. Okay? Don't be lulled right now in the sense of things are sort of getting better. The states that are controlled by the Democrats they're going to continue to push this COVID mess as far as they can. And again, I believe the virus is real. I believe that certain people are more susceptible to it than others, but so goes with the flu. So my point being is, we need to get back to business as normal. We need to start getting people back to work and producing. But until then, folks, get out and start gathering at a minimum 3 months of food, and preferably long-term shelf-stable food. You know, and that can be canned goods. I mean, your canned goods are good for up to 2 years. You know, you're going to need meat. You're going to need vegetables. Okay. Some people, they say they don't like canned fruit because all the syrup that they pack them in. Well, they also pack them in just their own juice and water. My point being is, start stocking up now. That's one of the blessings we had from the fire, was that we were able to salvage all our canned goods. And I've got 8 boxes, or 9 boxes, of 25-year shelf-stable crackers. Now, they don't taste the greatest in the world, okay? But they've got a 25-year shelf life. And not everything I've got in the way of canned goods is something I want to eat every day. You know, I like Spam every now and again. I can't see myself eating it every day. But push come to shove, then yeah. So when you go to the grocery store and you get your regular groceries, get an extra can or 2 of beans, an extra can or 2 of taters. Okay? Just letting you know. If you've got a generator for backup power, make sure they're serviced and ready to go. Try to keep your gas cans topped off. Now, with gas, you need to add something to them for long-term storage. Okay? Like Sta-Bil, fuel stabilizer. And the event your power goes out, you've got, you know, you can fire up your generator for backup power. Again, I'm not trying to scare people. I'm just trying to get everybody to wake up and see the reality of more than likely what's going to happen after the November election, folks. You know, one way or the other, all you know what's going to break loose. I got a gut feeling about it, just looking at the signs and the symptoms, if you will, of the nation. And if, like I said, if the current president wins re-election, Antifa and BLM and all their allies, oh yeah, there's more than just them 2 organizations. There's others back there backing them. I think they're going to come fully out into the open and press their agenda. So, anyway, folks, I've yammered on enough this morning. Y'all watch out for each other, watch your back, get prepared, gather with like-minded people. Remember, we are a republic and not a democracy. We're a republic based on democratic principles. It's so stated in our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay? Just remember that. Until tomorrow, my friends, God bless, take care. This old soldier out.